it's quite obvious to the majority of the country, the US and other countries, in the UK and Australia and whatnot, that there is something going on that we cannot seem to get under control. And it is killing our way of life. But the thing is, we actually do have the power to change it. Most people don't realize that. Most people feel that, well, there's nothing we can do, I'm just a nobody. Or maybe they think that, oh, this one candidate or this one party can help, can save us from the demise of our country. Unfortunately, that is false. All of it. You are just one person, but you are a lot more powerful than you give yourself credit for. How do I know this? Well, I can point you to a country that's not so far away from us that has actually shown us the way. A lot of you, on the face of it, would initially disagree, especially if you haven't watched any of my videos previously about this country. But I would like you to even press pause, and just cleanse your mind of all of your preconceived manipulation, mainstream, whatever you have heard about this country, okay? And just actually listen to what I'm going to say. Because this could actually help us and bring our country back. But you have to be willing to be open-minded. You have to be willing to put in some work. There's a quote that says, I never told you that this was going to be easy, but I guarantee it's going to be worth it. I love that quote. I had it in every classroom that I ever taught in. I even put it on the inside of the folders when the kids would take their tests. But the country I'm speaking of is Venezuela. Why Venezuela? Oh my gosh, I'm shutting this off. They're socialists, they're communists, Don't do it yet. Just listen, okay? The mainstream media, and even people that you think are from Venezuela, or even people that legitimately are from Venezuela, have ran a psychological operation on us all. And that is still looking like it may lead to us trying to invade them. Not invade. We're gonna go there for humanitarian aid and hope that maybe they'll get angry enough and do something to one of our soldiers, which would then put us into a situation where we have to, protect ourselves. I'm sure all of you have heard that the current administration in Venezuela is an evil, terrible dictator. Have you met him? I'd imagine not. But just listen. It's not really what I'm going to be segueing to show you that they have showed us the way. They are a pretty small country, about 30 million people. They have a mass amount of natural resources. Gold, coltan, which is very needed, well, desired for, they go in computers and all of smart devices and whatnot. Did I say oil? They have the largest oil reserve, obviously. But here's the thing. Here's what they do with their natural resources. They use the profits of their natural resources to build bridges, to pay their federal employees, to pay for their health care, and all of the other things that their citizens need. It's in their Constitution. That's how it is. Unfortunately, the U.S. doesn't like that. Why don't we like that? Well, Big Oil doesn't like that. Big Agra doesn't like that. All of these businesses, they don't want to share. They just want to go down there and take advantage of the people, work them for the lowest price, and then keep all the profits. They don't want them to share those profits. I'm not going to go into all of it, but I will put my Venezuela playlist at the end of this video because I want to get on with it and show you how they have shown us the way. Okay? They have shown us that we, the people, have the power. Not we, this party, we, that party, we, the left, we, the right. No, we, the people, actually do have the power. How they did this was, for the last at least decade, we've been, doing things, sanctions, all of these different things to everything possible to try to make their economy crash, okay? And it hasn't. Is it perfect there? No, it's not. But let me ask you this. If you have a job that you're making $100,000 a year, and then one day your boss comes in and says, hey, Joe, you're going to be making $25,000 a year, and you're going to be doing the same amount of work. What? Yeah, that's how it's going to work. Otherwise, you're going to lose your house, you're going to lose your car, you're going to lose all kinds of things. So you keep doing it, and then people try to blame you that, oh, well, you should have prepared for it. You should have prepared for it. That's silly. But you know what? You're gonna keep doing it. You're gonna do things. Maybe you're gonna start driving for Uber. Maybe you're going to plant a garden and start selling the extra fruits and vegetables at a farmer's market. Because not only did your pay just get cut, the next year, the food just wasn't showing up on the shelves as much as they normally would be. What was happening to the food? Well, let's say you lived in Florida, and all of the food from Florida that should be on the shelves in Florida, all of the people from Georgia come down there, buy it all up before it got put on the shelves, and took it to Georgia. And you had to go to Georgia to buy your food. And not for the normal price. You'll be paying about 10 times the amount. So your pay got cut by a whole lot, $75,000 a year. And now you're having to travel to Georgia every week to get some of your necessities. Not really food, but let's say toilet paper and paper products, things like that. Okay? Let's make more sense, because that's exactly what was going on. But it's Colombia, okay? Would that be your fault? Should you be to blame for that? No. But you keep working. You keep doing it. You keep traveling to Georgia to get your paper products. Coming home, going to work, and even helping out your neighbors that maybe they're not even making $25,000 a year. Maybe they're making $5,000 a year because their pay, everybody's pay was cut. Everybody around you. And then all of a sudden, everybody started working together. Your entire community began sharing their garden with you. So you're all sharing. You're babysitting for your neighbors so they can go to work so they don't have to pay the daycare anymore. You're maybe the neighbor all the way down the street is tutoring some kids because they needed that little extra help. And you're having an entire community. Okay? So you're not having to go get all of these things from Amazon or Walmart or the corporations or whatever, because you have a neighbor that knows how to make butter. You have a neighbor that knows how to sew clothes. I don't know, just stick with me here. Okay. So you all begin to work as a community. started whining. Oh my gosh, I need the government to help me out. And just mass chaos breaking out. There's mass chaos in the streets. Everybody's shooting each other. It's just crazy town. Okay? That didn't happen. You all came together because you realized, you knew that it wasn't your city officials, it wasn't your governor, it wasn't anybody, it wasn't your boss, it wasn't any of these people. It was an outside source that did this. You could be rioting and saying, oh no, we need to bow the knee to Georgia. Whatever, you know. Okay, maybe we should just make it real. Let's bow the knee to the US, because that's who's doing all of this stuff. They're putting sanctions on all of our things. Colombia, they have paid mercenaries coming in and trying to start these riots, stealing all our paper products, selling it out of the back of their trucks. And we're still being sanctioned. Our oil, the Bank of England is keeping our gold that they owe us. All of these things are going on. So we're going to get mad at our president, even though it wasn't his fault. That was an option. That was your option. But you knew better. You knew that if you bent the knee and did that to the US, then it would be easier. It would be easier. You'd have food, you'd have your Walmart, your Amazon, your cell phones. You've got everything. You've got it all. But then the regulations start coming in. And Hollywood. And all of these things that go against your morals and your ethics and your values as a sovereign Christian nation. The only sovereign Christian nation still standing that does not have a Rothschild bank. That's Venezuela. They knew that it would be a lot better for them and their families to go without for maybe even the rest of their lives than to bow the knee to the US. And they know it's not their president. They know who's at fault, as do we. DC. And not DC in general, but we know. We know it's a conglomeration. I probably put this in my comments about 40 times when I was replying to people the other day. When they think that there's going to be this one person that's going to be a savior, or one party that will be a savior. There isn't. There's only one way to fix this. But the comment that I put in there was, DC is a cancer that has metastasized beyond recognition. That is not the America that we once knew. It is no longer even recognizable from when I was a kid. Why? Because they continue to chip away at our rights. They continue to chip away at our Constitution. The federal government in our Constitution states that the federal government has limited and defined powers, whereas the states have numerous and infinite power, and the rest of the power is to the people. And when I say the rest of the power is to the people, well, the state, anything that is not stated in our Constitution is delegated to the people. You need to understand that we do have the power. Not alone. The only way we can do this is together. See, in Venezuela, it's not perfect. People don't agree on everything there. But when they started seeing how bad it started to get, you know what they did? 3 million of a country of 30 million took up arms, trained, and they are now the civilian militia. Would you be willing to do that? Does your country mean that much to you? I hear people call themselves patriots all the time. But would you really do it? I think there are people that would do it. I think there's a lot of people that would do it. They don't know how. They don't know what to do, or maybe they're too scared to step out alone. You don't have to do it alone. We need to just understand that yes, we are different. But in the majority, the vast majority of Americans truly do have the same wants in life, wants, needs, desires in life. That's to live a happy life and not be bothered. Just leave me alone. Let me live my life. Stop interfering. Stop telling me that I need to do this, that I can no longer say this, that whatever the case may be. We will have our differences, and that's what makes us great. That kind of diversity. Your skin, that's not diversity. Up here, that's the diversity. We can have people of multiple backgrounds, but yet still come together so that our children can go to a school with a great education system. That's essentially what most people want. They want a happy family. They want their kids healthy. That's another thing. Healthcare. A lot of us agreed on that. Pretty much everybody. That we need good healthcare. But then they put us in a division of, oh, but we have to. They divide us by saying, oh, no, it's terrible that way. Oh, if you vote for that, that's going to be terrible. Guess what? The people that write almost all of the health care bills and a lot of the bills, you know who does it? You think it's senators? You think it's the people that you voted for? No. It's lobbyists. Now, why would lobbyists be writing health care bills? Why would military-industrial complex, like why would Boeing, Raytheon, be writing legislation? They're called special interest. And that's how things get passed. Because we allow it. By not standing up to it. By not making it illegal to do so. Some states have, but we need everybody to. And as long as we just come together and put our differences aside, we can make anything happen. It amazes me how every single day I see people so easily manipulated by these hit pieces of this person did this, and this person did this. If you took that amount of time to, I don't know, go talk to your local government, email them, find out who's even your local city council. Rather than doing all that nonsense, we can do a lot. We can do a whole lot. Heck, run for local government. Your local city council, your mayor, all of these things. You realize that they did a study of all the 20 top largest cities in the United States, and the local elections that weren't done during, a presidential election, the amount of people that turned out to actually vote was anywhere from 5 to about 18%. stuff they're getting. Could you imagine if, let's say, 80% of your community actually learned what the candidates were about and voted? I mean, just voted. Like, literally, the mayor in my local town, I live out of the city limits, so technically I can't vote for mayor, but he won with 5,000 votes. I think the eligible voters in the town, in my city, is like 100,000. He won with 5,000. Whoa, that's amazing, right? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But that's how these things happen. Barely have to get anybody to vote for you, and now you're a governor. Now you're a senator. Now, I'm not telling you to just vote just to vote. And that's another problem that we have. We have the R and the D. And we keep thinking, we keep doing it over and over every 4 years, believing that one person is going to change everything. They haven't done it. Right now is our probably the best time we've ever had for an opportunity to get a third party in. Why? Well, Democrats. I'm just being real. Whatever that they put up there for that circus is just a circus. So already we have them as a no. Like, that's all we have. Them. And then of course we have our current administration. But we know that nothing's happened with him. I'm sorry, but I'm not. We've had more gun legislation with him. We don't have that wall that he talks about. We still have soldiers still in war zones. We're still dropping bombs. Might go to another war in Iran or Venezuela. Am I putting the blame on him? No. What I'm saying is, it's obvious that no matter who we put in there, if there is an R or a D next to their name, it's going to be same old, same old. Nothing will ever change. Is this going to be easy? No. No, it's not. But it is our only option. DC needs to be made irrelevant. Because that's how our Constitution was written. Our states are more important when it comes to the things that go on in your day-to-day life. Not the federal government. They're supposed to be dealing with foreign affairs and a few other things. So instead of wasting your time bickering over HRC or the current administration or Bernie or Yang or whoever, wake up. It doesn't matter. R, D, same legislation, same thing that has always happened. There's going to be more surveillance, more war, every year. Every 4 years, same thing. And I don't know how anybody can deny that at this point. We voted for the current administration, for those of you who did, because we realized that the R&D was screwed, essentially. But we put that faith in, saying, okay, he's not a political, he's not really a politician, not a career politician, so let's just give him a chance. We did. What has changed? There's no one person that can change that. But we, the people, can change that. And Venezuela showed us that. Because they are still standing up to DC to this day. Even if it cost them their lives. They will take up arms for their country, to keep their country the way that it is. Without a Rothschild central bank, without the degeneracy coming from the synagogue of Satan. I'm not telling you that the U.S. needs to be like Venezuela, like their political things. What I'm telling you is they have continued to stand up and not bow the knee to D.C. And they've shown that the power of the people standing together, staying united, is the only thing that can work. And it has worked. Every attempt that DC has tried to do, 3 assassination attempts, this, and I'm not going to get into all of it. You can watch my video, my playlist, because it's just a whole mess. But they're pushing it again, trying to pull out some more nonsense. This is already long enough, I'm sorry. But my next video, I'm going to show you the actual proof of how over the last 3 or 4 decades, it didn't matter who was in that White House. It didn't matter who was in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Same thing happened every time. They bowed to the lobbyist. They didn't care what we thought. They didn't care what they ran on. And I'm not saying that they had bad intentions. I think they mostly have, the new ones, when they get in, they have good intentions, and then they realize, oh crap, I really can't do anything. Because it has, for lack of a better phrase, the swamp has gotten too deep. It has. And if you've ever been in a swamp, it's hard to get out. The mud is really thick. So, I hope everybody understands that, and let's come together. Let's make this happen. We have the power. Not them. Stop giving it to them. Stop giving them attention. Stop giving them any donations. Focus on your state and local governments. We can do this. Thanks, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Sorry, I'm still having issues exporting my videos. But share this, especially with your friends on the left, because I know that that's not most of the people that watch my videos are mainly on the right. And we need to come together. But if you would like to help support my channel, the links will be in the first pinned comment. Apparently, Facebook just put out a thing where they are going to be banning anybody that talks about not voting or not this. We are apparently public enemy number 1. It's alright. But y'all have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.